Investigators say this man, Melquan Stewart, confessed to shooting his own dad multiple times in his dad's driveway. Deputies say the dad had been pushing his 25-year-old son to get a job and pay rent. The shooting happened in Port Charlotte, south of Midway Boulevard along Abscott Street. Gulf Coast News reporter Kendall Brandt is live in that community tonight, and this detail really stood out. Deputies say Stewart told his dad that he loved him after the final shot.
Yes, Peter, that happened, they say, here in the driveway of this home on Abscott Street in Port Charlotte. Deputies surrounded the home up until about 5 o'clock today. They say that son came back to the scene of the crime and confessed to killing his dad. He told deputies the voices inside his head told him to shoot him. Neighbors heard the shots, but they did not know they were deadly rounds.
I thought I heard some fireworks, a couple loud ones.
Jeffrey Cook lives down the road from where Charlotte County deputies say a man killed his father in a driveway on Abscott Street.
I found out on the news that somebody had been killed. Somebody was murdered, and that was a real shocker.
Deputies say Melquan Stewart shot his father 6 times while he was in his car. Stewart told deputies his dad tried to drive away, but Stewart pulled him out of his car and shot him another time in the chest. The son told deputies his father was on his case about getting a new job and paying his own rent. Tiana Malone says she was outside when she heard one of those shots.
Around 7 p.m., I came out with my dogs, and I heard a loud shot, or a loud bang. And I thought, was that fireworks or was it, I think it was a gunshot. That's crazy. That was weird. So I went in the house and I told my husband, and he's like, yeah, I heard it too.
Here it is Christmas time, and it should be a really fun time of the year, and then something like that happens. So, where exactly? Because I know that, they've got a family. So it's just really sad.
Deputies say that Stewart drove off after the shooting. He planned to go to Miami before he decided he wanted to come back and check on his dad. Soon after, that's when deputies say he confessed.
And breaking news right now, we just learned that this is the Port Charlotte father who was murdered by his own son. Glenn Stewart was shot 7 times. Charlotte County deputies say his son, Melquan Stewart, killed him in his dad's driveway on Abscott Street south of Midway Boulevard. Deputies say Melquan told them he was hearing voices in his head before the shooting telling him to kill his dad. Thank you for watching Gulf Coast News. I'm Peter Bush.
And I'm Christy Soto. Gulf Coast News reporter Madison Adams is at the home tonight, learning that the man who died was a middle school teacher.
Glenn Stewart was the man who died. Family members sent me this photo, and I checked with the school district and confirmed that he was a substitute teacher at Murdoch Middle School in Port Charlotte. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office says 25-year-old Melquan Stewart shot and killed his dad here in a driveway on Abscott Street near Fontaine Avenue at 7 Monday night.
I heard a loud shot, or a loud bang, and I thought, was that fireworks or was it, I think it was a gunshot.
Deputies say Glenn was sitting in his car when Melquan shot him 6 times and then pulled his dad out of the car and drove towards Miami. Investigators say Melquan turned back around and came back to the home to make sure EMS were treating his father. And this is where he turned himself in.
That brings a little closure, I think, to the neighborhood. That, that he's not on the loose. But anyway. It's a sad story.
An affidavit says Melquan told deputies that he had voices in his head and that he listened to them for the first time. It also said that he placed his father's arms over his chest and told him he loved him. Melquan told investigators that his dad wanted him to start filling out military paperwork, get a job, and start paying rent. Melquan will be held in the Charlotte County Jail without bond until his trial for second-degree murder. Reporting in Port Charlotte, Madison Adams, Gulf Coast News.
Shalom, giving our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone who teach and rule well in all truth and sincerity. Shalom, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. The house of David started with 144,000, followed by the 1/3 remnant. Shalom. So Jake offs his father, man. You know, because his father was chastening him, telling him to get a job, you know, go to work and provide for himself, man. And the son didn't want to hear it, you know. And this is judgment on all levels, man. Judgment of the father, because of course, he's not innocent. For him to go out like this for his own son to take him out, that means he wasn't innocent. Because remember, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah, doesn't make mistakes, man. So this is judgment for both parties, the father and the son. All right. And the son, you know, of course, man, you know. So you saw, I put the clips in, but, you know, I got the article pulled up. It says, Port Charlotte man admits to deleting father, blames voices in his head. So this is showing you that the Lord got spirits on these people out here, man. You know, that's a hell of a demon on you for you to take out your father, man. You know, a father that was providing for you, man. This Jake Melquan Stewart, this guy he's fucking 25 years old, and he was still, you know, his father was still providing a roof on his head, paying rent for him, putting food on the table, putting clothes on his back, you know. So his father didn't even have to be doing that. You know, you 25 years old, you're a grown ass man. You know, of course, in our customs, man, in our in Israelite heritage, man, you come under the covenant at 12. So you really you're basically an adult. You're a young adult at the age of 12, man. This guy is 25, and his father was still taking care of him, man. So that lets you know that this guy, oh, Satan. That lets you know that this guy got a demon on him, man. He said he was hearing voices in his head telling him to blicky up his father. Let me see if I can. Oh, that's Satan. Oh, my blue letter's still up. But yeah, man, you know, since this site crashed, I'm just gonna, I'll stay in the blue letter. Cause you get the gist. That's why I put the introductory clips in the beginning. All right, but this guy took out his father, man. So this is judgment from Yahweh Shem Shah. All right, cause this guy had a hell of a demon on him, man. That told him to take out his father. Let's start with that Sirach 39. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, or Sirach, chapter 39, and verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So yeah, man, the Lord got spirits out here for judgment, man, and that's what's on this guy, Melquan Stewart. I hate that I can't see if I can go back to it. Let me go to do it like this. See if I can do this. What it was, Fox 4. Let's see. Here we go. So you see right here, this guy, you look at his head, man. You know, crazy hair. Which I can't tell if he had plaits or whatever, but I don't think those are Shiva Jadas. But nevertheless, this guy still got, this Jake still got demons on him, man. It says Melquan Stewart is charged with 2nd-degree murder, and that's one of the commandments, man. Let's go get that. Let's get that, man. All right, 2nd-degree murder. That's directly against Yahweh Shem Shah. Oh shit. Right. Let's get that in the law. Exodus 20. Let's go get it. Exodus 20 And you see the subheading, the 10 Commandments. Exodus 20. And we'll start at 12. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, thy power, giveth thee. So you're supposed to honor your father and your mother, man. And you do that by obeying them. So you want to be, you 25 years old, and you know when his father was getting on him, you know what I'm a grown man, I'm a grown man. Yeah, but you still under your father's roof. Your father's still paying rent for you, man, providing for you, taking care of you. So you can't scream out, oh, I'm a grown man. All right, but your father's still providing for you, man. You know? So you got to get out and take care of yourself, man. If you're going to be disobedient, all right, you're supposed to honor your father, man, not delete your father. And the very next commandment, Exodus 20 and 13, thou shalt not kill. And when you go into that word kill, it goes into murder. All right, because there's a such thing as righteous killing. All right, the scriptures say that the Lord kills and make alive, man. All right, so when you get this word for kill, it goes into it's murder. All right, because the Lord kills. All right, so that is really thou shalt not murder. All right, so this guy, he murdered his father, man. That's not honoring your father. All right, so that's 2 commandments right out off the top that this guy, that this young Jake broke, man. All right, but see, that's how you know we're in the time of judgment in these last days, man. Yahushua said that, hey, the son is going to be against the father, the daughter against the mother-in-law, and so on and so forth, man. All right, so we're in the time of judgment. The Lord got spirits on these people. Demons are on these people, man. That's why we got to be walking circumspectly, man. All right? Because if this was the ancient world, this Jake would have been put to death a long time ago. You know, you want to be slothful or sluggard. You want to disobey your parents. All right? Because that's also in the law. Let's go to Deuteronomy 21. This young Jake would have been stoned, man. Deuteronomy 21. And yep, Deuteronomy 21 and 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that, when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of his city and unto the gates of his palace, and they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put away evil from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. All right. So this guy, Melquan Stewart, man, you know, he would have been put to death a long time ago, man, according to the law of Moses. And the law still applies. All right, the law is not done away with, but of course we over here in the West, man, in captivity to Esau, Edom, the wicked, the devil that the Bible speaks of. So we can't keep our ancient customs. We can't keep our Israelite heritage and our customs, man. All right. So this guy, he clearly got demons on him. It's like the demon was jumping on and off him because the demon was telling him to delete his father, but then because then he was on the way to Miami, and then he decided to turn around and go check on his dad, man, that he had blickied up. So it's like the demon was jumping on and off of him, man. All right. You see, according to a new police report, the suspect said he heard voices telling him to blicky his father. All right. I'm gonna jump down. It says the report said Stewart came back to the scene to turn himself in, and detectives detained him for questioning. When he came back in the car, deputy said there was blood in it, and they found the blicky on the passenger floorboard. The sheriff's Office talked to Stewart and said he had been living at home in Charlotte County for about 4 months. All right, so his father was telling him that he needed to work, get a job. All right, and well, as it says, he was telling his dad that, you know, that he was waiting on some kind of military pay or paperwork, I guess. It says the report said Melquan explained that his dad had been on his case to get a job and to start paying his own rent. He said his dad had been paying it for him for the past 4 months. In the court document, Stewart said he walked out to his dad's car and saw his dad in the driver's seat. Stewart said he put his backpack in the back seat. Then he heard voices telling him to blicky the victim. According to deputies, Stewart said he listened to the voices for the first time and started blicking his dad through the roll down front passenger window. The report said Stewart blicked his dad 6 times, and we now know it to be 7. All right. Then, this is how you know demons was on him. Then deputy said Stewart's dad put the car in reverse to try to get away. The report said Stewart was run over, but then pulled his dad from the car. According to the police report, Stewart put his dad on the driveway, blicked him one more time, and then placed his arm over his chest and told him that he loved him. So this guy clearly got demons on him. Deputy said Stewart got into the car and used his phone to get directions to Miami. When he got to Kings Highway, Stewart said he pulled over and wanted to go back to make sure EMS had gotten to his dad. So yeah, this guy had demons on him, man, because he deleted his dad, but then it's like the demon jumped off him, so he went back to go check on him. So this shows you that, hey, the Lord, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, as it says. I think that's Hebrews, the 10th chapter. All right. So yeah, man, you know, this is the time that we're in, the time of judgment. All right. These people got demons on them, man. All right. So be circumspect, walk circumspectly, man. Stay in the spirit, stay prayed up. We got evil all around us, Akim, Akwath, all right, of the hopeful elect. So this is what's going on, man. You know, you got these YNs, they're sluggers, they're glutton, they don't want to work. All right. And the Lord got demons on them, man. Not just YNs, but all these people out here, man, that's not in the truth. And even some that call themselves in the truth. So these people got spirits on them, man. All right. So walk circumspectly. We're in the time of judgment. All right. Without Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man, there's no protection. All right. From these damn demons that's out here. All right. So I just wanted to go into that, man. You know, these people we're in a very evil time. We're in perilous times, man. So we got to stay in the spirit and stay prayed up, stay under the covering of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah so we can make it out of here. I pray that this has been edifying to the elect through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well in our truth and sincerity. Shalom, peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. The house of David started with 144,000, followed by the 1/3 remnant. Abal, Shalom.